Okay, we are live. Supposedly, is this game gonna actually launch? Come on, game. Swear to God, Steam is just sitting here acting like it's launching the game, but it's not launching the game. Come on. Sometime this year, please. Okay. Well, anyway, reason I was late is because I was moving 4x8 sheets of sheetrock. I love that. Oh, and you're gonna join me next? Okay. Come on and settle on back down. Alright, there we go. Okay, finally launched. While we're waiting on that, let's go to this. Okay. Join me in. Name of game. This game is Warhammer 40K. That's it. Warhammer 40K. Rogue Trader. Heist. Host. Okay. And definitely need to blow my nose out there because out there it was still cold. Alright, so we're ready to go. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Running around here. Alright, so let's post. There we go. Alright, so we arrived at Janus. The system has not been explored, so let's explore it before we land on Janus. But what are we going to explore in a gas giant? Fuel? What is this? Not explored. Oh, yeah, just fuel. Okay, and then we'll go to the other one, and then we'll go to Janus, and hopefully find out that there's nothing wrong there. Like, of course, given what we found so far, I highly doubt that. Plasteel, I don't think we need that, so let's go ahead and just head on to Janus here. Do a scan. And move on down. So, okay. Well, Eldar. Governor's about to be shot, isn't he? A lavishly dressed noblewoman in an opulent silk crown watches you from with an expectant air, but then gracefully bows her head, gem-crusted implants protruding from her arms and neck. I welcome you on the noble house of Yat Ab Aram. My name is Vistensa Janus Viat Ab Aram of Coronis. By the grace of the Emperor and the will of the rogue trader Theodora von Valencius, I serve as planetary governor and imperial commander-in-chief of this world. truth, your arrival in this place of the insane Lady von Valancius is quite unexpected. I admit it, you were odd to behold such a lustrous figure as famous spread now. I hope in coming to theaters has not disappointed you too much. I don't think this needs to be set out in the open here. Let's see. Not least your ladyship, on contrary, I'm delighted after all these years to once again welcome to my world. Dead.
Fortunatus!
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Here we go again.
You will fall.
Okay. First off, those are our enemies. Are these all of them? Yes. Okay, so then you're gonna move. Is this actual cover? No, it's not. This is probably about as good as cover as we're gonna get. Well, I suppose we could move here. This guy is a gunner, so he can move pretty much anywhere. These guys all have guns, don't they? Answer is yes. Alright. I suppose... Well, no, that's not cover, apparently. Let's see here. I want to keep her within range to be able to still slap down some front line and stuff.
Anything else?
We're gonna slap this down on these people. Give us more dodge. And then we'll slap this down on these two. Give them more damage. And then this one over here. How much health do you all have? Oh, pretty healthy. I don't want to shoot here because that will hit my own people. They all have the same 52 health, huh? Oh, and also do some forewarning. Do it on her because he's gonna have a chance to actually move on his next. Alright.
That is not my destiny.
Then let's go ahead and snipe this guy.
Just as I foretold.
Oh, it actually lit him on fire? Oh, interesting. Is this actually going to be 13 damage? Because if so, he's going to die from that. And he's the next one to move, so we'll watch him die. Here we go. Okay, go ahead and do this on yourself. We'll do Word of the Emperor on everybody here. I don't think we can get her in and still have me in, so yeah, we'll do this. This is just in case we start running into enemies. More enemies start popping out from all this, and then yeah, I guess we can just have him.
To do this.
Oh, he's too close. So if you move here and then charge.
Get me a target.
Oh, damn. Damn, son. Alright, in which case, we're gonna go over here and just smack this one next. Because he's gonna die to that burning. Why am I suddenly doing burning attacks? Is that... Seems kind of weird. I don't recall these guys having anything that should trigger burn. Hmm. Yeah, I really don't know. Anyway,
Let's see to it.
okay, no burn on that one. This one's gonna die from his burn. If this guy decides to run away, he's going to die.
I can
But
handle
let's
this.
find out.
Emperor, protect me.
Okay.
Your reckoning
This
is
way.
due.
Yeah, he ran away, so he burned, or he got, and you guys, are gonna, she's gonna move here, and we'll trigger her concentrate
Guided by
fire,
faith.
and then,
Faith without
Should-
deed.
Yep. Okay, and then, yeah, more incoming. Hence why I triggered.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Cross them.
Kind of sucks that they literally start the whole battle over again, and they count it as an ambush, which I kind of call bullshit on. But okay, Adira, I guess up here. Although that's probably not really that much more than. Yeah, we're gonna set the front line here.
Anything else?
We will set the rear guard. Set it on her. No, back line we're gonna set to here. Hmm. And of course, it reset all my things as well, though it did at least reset this too. Let's. Oh, that's outside my range. Let's go ahead and set our agenda.
Blessed are
Let's
those
make it
who
quick.
sacrifice for the Imperium.
Wait. Oh gosh dang it, I hit space, didn't I?
Out my way.
Yeah, hence why I gave her the. Okay, so, let's move you here, and you can give yourself,
For the throne's
Iron Arm.
glory.
and then we will have you cast. Oh, hello. Well, okay, I guess he's gonna come around here then, and charge the Bloodletter.
Everyone, step aside.
Anybody else?
Nothing stands against me.
Interesting, we got corn over on here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just trigger a single
Let's see
strike,
to it.
and then I'm going to go ahead and trigger his defensive steps. Not sure how. Oh, that's. So. Did she. She's dead! What? How did this suddenly happen? Um, Present the dodge. Ripper, Rebel, front line. She used forewarning once, and the veil degradation was bare minimum. And for some reason it triggered Perils of the Warp. I love how the explain just literally says the exact same thing there. Okay. Okay, so this is the start of combat. And somehow Idira already triggered a Perils of the Warp. And then I used forewarning, and that also triggered Perils of the Warp, despite the fact that the veil degradation is nowhere near Perils of the Warp, and this Perils of the Warp basically killed her outright. Somehow. And triggered and caused a bloodletter to spawn. I'm completely confused as to how that series of sequences went down. It makes absolutely zero sense to me. I'm gonna go ahead and move up here. Actually, I'm going to... Let's try triggering some Perils of the Warp here and see what the hell happens. Not that one.
It's as good as done.
And then we're gonna come over here. We'll go ahead and blade dance once we're over there. Which will kill these two. What's that debuff? Will to live. Oh, that's the -3 toughness. Enemies adjacent to wielder have a toughness. What effect is this from? Because it's not from the... It's not from the... What's it? What the heck? Is it an item? Blood drinker... No, it's not an item. It's a familiar, it looks like. No? Also, when did I get this? Why does it feel like the game has changed since I last played? Okay,
I'll
anyway.
see to it personally.
Play dance. Play dance.
Best defense is a
Very
good
nice.
offense.
Very nice. Alright, these guys probably won't die. Well, this one might die from his burning and biophysical distortion. This one won't. Actually, what I can do... Why can't I do this? Well, I suppose I can jump there. That would hit this guy. Probably kill this guy outright. So let's do that. Yep, that's what I thought. And then, of course, it puts bleeds on this guy, biophysical distortion on this guy, and he also does that will to live thing. Does this guy no longer have it? No, apparently it's okay. Hmm. Okay. Still can do another one, which would allow me to actually jump here.
Who? Your end was inevitable.
So that just leaves us with these two guys. This one's gonna run over and attack me. This one's gonna probably run away from me. These two might turn back. Okay, so the Ironclad Rebel, the Bloodletter's gonna get to go. The Sharpshooter Rebel. Ironclad. Oh, there's two more back here, huh? Okay. Nope.
Hold on.
And yeah, he tried to run away. So, ow. Okay, he failed in his attack, and I got an attack of opportunity. I dodged. This one's gonna snipe at me. Nope, he's gonna snipe over here at the Bloodletter. Oh, I do so love it when they do stupid things like that. That is hilarious. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Oh, it's Pascal's turn. Pascal, if you move here, you should be able to hit both of these men with your AoE. Okay, so... Yeah, I have no idea how she managed to trigger a... just by using forewarning once. It makes no sense to me. Okay, and then if you just turn this way, you'll be able to hit both of them. Possibly kill this one. Even if you don't, we can probably kill him off with the Death Whisper. So yes, let's go ahead and move there. And then I think we're gonna aim for the opening on this guy, since he's got more of the health than that one does. Let's go ahead and trigger. There we go. Yep, like I said, did manage to kill him. And then if you can, we can get an angle here where you can actually pass through him. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do this. And then we'll... oh, okay. It stopped right there anyway. Weird. Alright, well, we'll do this. And he's on fire too. This is weird.
My faith shields me.
Okay, Sister Argenta, I am going to have you move here. He's on fire. He's not going to die from that fire, but I'm going to have Jay come up and kill him. So, Sister Argenta, if you move there. And then probably just pop this guy for one or two.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the
ahead and
Emperor
do
commands,
area.
I act.
And devastating
Doubt is
attack.
for the weak.
And then we'll do a Scorcher. Very nice. I should have also triggered. These guys have Horrors of the Warp on them? Are these guys... Something weird is going on here, and I don't know if it's a game bug or intentional. Yeah, I think that's it. So did I give, also you got bleeding on you. No surprise there. Okay, so I did give that. Jay, if you want to move up here, use your blast pistol to blast this man
Living on the edge.
of glory.
Going somewhere?
Okay, and then we'll go ahead and give that to myself. And then give some inspire to myself as well. Since I'm going to be the next one to move in here and start taking these guys out. Alright, and then this guy's going to move up and probably shoot me. Or he's just... Oh, there's a... Oh, there's a... Yeah. See? Okay, parried. Missed.
Throne take you.
He just suffered from something there. Oh, that was the bleeding. Okay. Piston effect applied. Unyielding beacon bleeding effect. Then this. Okay, so yeah, it was the bleeding effect that just triggered. That was all. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead and move up here, and I think you can still charge this one. Yes, you can. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move up here and then trigger Light of the Emperor
is
to
on
get
our
everybody's
side.
health back up. Sounds are becoming unbearably loud.
I won't object to it. I'm done with this one.
Bang. And then I don't think there's really much more else we can do. We'll go ahead and just trigger some endure. And
Let's see
this,
to it.
in case somebody runs up to him or something. All right, then we're going to do this,
I'll see to it personally.
and then we're going to. Apparently, that did not kill him, which means he'll get an attack of opportunity on me if I move normally. So we just won't move normally. We will move here so that I can jump back here
On it.
after I've killed this guy.
Consider this a taste of what's to come. It's as good as done.
Okay, he's dead.
You never stood a chance.
Alright. Your leadership, Emperors, are you alright? A friendly person, we have grown used to outrageous slovenliness among the wardens of every world we visit. Should be vlogged for who were they and how did they gain entry to the governor's estate? Where did Governor Viat go? Warden and the governor is safe, protected by walls and wardens. Please follow me. I will escort you to her personally. If this is a trap, I'd rather trigger it now. Okay, upon seeing you, the guard lets out a frightened yell and doubles over until your ladyship, the most honorable governor, is awaiting you in her office where she's protected by walls and guards. Would you prefer to meet with her alone or with my entourage? My entourage will accompany you in this meeting. Yeah, no, hell no, I ain't going into this governor by myself. Hello, not Wiley. Why are you pushing my chair? Stop pushing my chair. Because I don't trust anybody at this point in time. Oh, she's got an energy shield. Swiping at data issuing commands with a gilded fox. Upon seeing you, she hurriedly puts away her device, smooth her skirts, and drops. Your ladyship, please accept my apologies for the reprehensible stunt that spoiled the reception. Even in my worst nightmares, I never could imagine. Don't care about your body, I could have been killed. Your local fuss is, let's say, reprehensible. I thought firing at moving targets was part of the ceremony. Um, you can stop apologizing, Vistenza. I'm not offended. Thank you, Alicia. Believe me, I'm infinitely sorry about the troubles of Janus have reached us even here. Most protected place on Janus. Companions standing next to respectfully bow her head. She is doggedly trying not to turn her head towards you, but is obviously she's watching you through her lowered lashes. Uh, what's happening on the planet? Several months ago, uprisings broke out on Janus. I was not even notified at first. Griping worms are for wardens to worry about. Alas, I only learned of what was happening after the screens began targeting noble families, and then it became apparent that the administratum counts had referred to as unrest were in fact organized attacks on infrastructure and society leaders. Hmm. They have already brought 13 agri-complexes to a halt and have now moved on to assassination attempts. My wardens are doggedly tracking down the rebels. They keep using doggedly, but their leaders are slipping from our grasps yet again. One of your wardens helped us in battle. A superb shot. Who was it? You must be referring to Yurliet, our chief ally in the struggles against the rebels. I have turned a blind eye to her horrific mutation, given the undoubted advantages she brings. You see, Yurliet comes from the local degenerate stock of this world and knows Janus. Well, I suppose this kind of makes sense. That even a governor on sort of a backwater world, agro world, wouldn't know necessarily what the hell an Eldar even looks like. Um, and knows Janice like the back of her hand, so she has provided several leads as to where we can find bases and secret storehouses. Although I admit at times I am tempted to send her away from the estate, her unnaturalness means that speaking with her always leaves me feeling uneasy. Such a gaunt, unfeminine figure and so tall. Did I hear correctly, Governor? You have a mysterious mutant on your estate at this very moment, one of prodigious height, slight build, and a supernatural talent for shooting. Did the arrival of this helper never give you pause for thought? Allow me to make myself clear. To refuse your Liet's help in our circumstances would have been incredibly rash. Yes, mutants are creatures of abhorrent to the Emperor, and they should be exterminated, but sometimes humanity makes exceptions for those who can serve the Imperium. I'm not concerned that your aide is a mutant. I'm far more concerned that she is nothing of the sort. Rana, I would like to meet with this helper of Governor Yvette's without delay, out of professional interest. If you wish to meet her, I'm sure you find her outside in the orangery, most likely by the gazebo. She prefers to keep her distance from others. Can Janice fulfill its foodstuff supplies under the current conditions? I risk gaining your leadership, but this is nothing compared to the shamelessly deceiving you. Let us consider the situation dispassionately. Even the most talented logistics experts of the Administratum are unable to guarantee stable ties when shuttles are wary of landing at the spaceport. And the terrible peasants are indulging in a dangerous minority within their ranks. Unless the usual orders is restored to Janus, any trade is nigh impossible. Considering what has occurred, your visit is a true blessing. You see, Janus does not have its own fleet. We have organized a planet-wide search. If we had ships at our disposal, ships like yours, your ladyship, perhaps you will find a way to support your subjects in their hour of need. I'm sure even approximate coordinates would be sufficient to have the ground forces and ship crew work together in hunting down the enemies. Um, And we'll get to the bottom of this. I'm sure the rebels will have something to say to the mistress of their world. Well, I'll track down these elusive figures myself. As for you, Vicenta, you will not be permitted to fail again. I am removing you from the. No, we're not going to do that. I will hunt down these rebel and the seeds of rebellion and heresy on your planet and burn them to ash. The resolve and valid Von Valence is found and knows I am immeasurably thankful for your help. So that made her a little nervous. Let's see. If any of these attacks, if any of those who had attacked the estate have survived, then perhaps it could have been a valuable source of information, but you made an example of them for the rest of the foolish rabble. Incidentally, I did overhear the wardens talking about some kind of stranger in the area. Perhaps that we still don't know who let these reprobates into the estate. The person who did it might also know something. I, as well as my retinue, are at your service. My secretary is checking the staff as we speak and removing all traces of the attack from the estate. And esteemed Magos, who is responsible for agronomic efforts on the planet, is also here. He happened to be visiting this week to deliver his personal report. And of course, there is my aide in the war against the rebels, Yearlit. I have no doubt she will be delighted to share her knowledge of Janus with your ladyship. Not for your companions. One of my ladies in waiting, Amelia, Amelia. Amelia performs secretarial duties and helps me remain in constant contact with those families who are most responsible for the productivity and prosperity of Janus. I trust my advisor implicitly, and over time, Amelia has become not merely a faithful companion, but also but almost my shadow. Losing her would be losing my right hand. To bathe in the light of your greatness is a true honor, Rook Trader. Let's see. We'll ask this question: yes or no, your ladyship. If the question is, can such an expansive, fertile world as this one feed a few thousand void rats? Of course it can. We lose more provisions to 9 pests every cycle than those on footfall could eat in their entire lifetime. But can we ship the provisions? Not a chance. Any cargo shuttles that leave the surface will be a target for attack. The rebels will not hesitate to bring them down, sending flaming debris over cap. Our silos could become targets for sabotage. Food could be poisoned or mined. The logistics transporting will only be possible once the arriving is crushed. It's really embarrassing to admit that even Valdeum May, as take the man, is better at doing his job as a liege of footfall than Lady. I wouldn't say so, considering the amount of times we were attacked, literally in his own courtyard. Let's see here. Tell me about Janus. Also, I accidentally hit the button on my mouse, so it's there we go. Janus is a remarkable world in both terms of vast potential, in terms of the work, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not going to be that rude. Let's see, this world was once a wild planet full of xenobeasts and utterly unsuitable for growing anything, yada, yada, yada. I must take my leave. Alright, so...
I bet that as soon as we come across something interesting, the greedy hunk of junk will crackle on about the privileges of the Adeptus Mechanicus and try to lay his hands on the spoils.
I am judging and disregarding the statement of the unworthy thief who has disrespected the privileges of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Okay, nothing particularly... Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, that's her. Oh, there's some loot hidden over here. But I can't get to it currently, which possibly means I might end up in that area, so for the time being, let's go meet an Eldar, who's apparently allowed the leader of this planet to mistake her for
Hey,
a mutant.
Adepta Sanctimonious. How come that heretic recognized you, hmm? You know, the one we pinned down in that stinking lair?
Strange friends you've got. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Why did he recognize my face, witch? I should think because he has seen it often in his nightmares. I hope you see it too.
Is this the guy we're... Oh, well, first off. Um... Draped in a red cloak, the Magus' body barely looks human. Wires, tubes, and metal manipulators turn him into a whimsical machine, which implants hide his face behind a sinister mask. Tech priest mentally dictates something in technolingua to the servo skull floating next to him, but at your approach, he falls silent and offers a reserved bow. Greeting your ladyship, Lex Mechanic Venzilex. How may I serve? What do you do here? By the order of the Adeptus Mechanicus, I have been entrusted with the management of the Adeptus Administratum in order to catalog the agronomic data and analyze information about the planet during the process of subjugating it to the will of the Imperium. Be blessed, Tech Brother, your diligence and the diligence of those like you turns anarchy into order and bestows classification to knowledge. Let's see. How many servants the Adeptus Mechanicus are here on the planet? According to the data stored in my cogitator, all infrastructure nodes for food harvesting and processing have their own contingent of technomats. Total number amounts to 253. Correction, based on latest data, the figure is 211. How are things with your fellows? The current situation on the planet is assessed as stable. Progress of the prospects is assessed as encouraging. Okay, tell me about that. Initializing reports. The planet's soil possesses unique composition suitable for the re-engineering of the planet and the mass production of foodstuffs. Significant cultivation of the Eastern Hemisphere with the aim of improving production processes and logistics operations. Traces of xenoactivity that do not pose immediate threat to ongoing operations. Undesirable pathologies of flora and fauna have been noted, which may pose a threat in the short term. What pathologies? Let's see. Genetic and chemical pathologies, your ladyship. Harmless species mutate and become aggressive, while plants change their chemical composition and become poisonous. This is happening more and more often, and if no action is taken, the ecosystem of the world will be irreparably disrupted. Changes may be artificial. Has the possibility been considered that someone is manipulating the ecosystem to reduce our living space? Not at all. Our tech comrades from the Magos biologists are humble workers, not warriors. They could not have come up with such a thought, with a thought of such militant nature. Let's see. The mind must be open to all forms of knowledge. I urge you to commence a check in the event that your account of the indolence of their minds is confirmed. I will petition for the appropriate penance. Interesting. Is it often that it is often that what seems to be insignificant anomalies like these that lead to greater troubles? How's the governor dealing? I've analyzed the genome of the affected species, and I'm currently developing a suppressor genes to make the planet's organism resistant to pathology. But so far, I've not been able to solve the problem further. Further exploration of the planet could perhaps speed up those processes, but the administrative apparatus has imposed a ban on expeditions that are not directly aimed at improving production. Traces of xenoactivity according to the data obtained during the initial survey, ruined structures of non-human origin were noted in different sectors of the planet, but I did not have the administrative capacity to study them in more detail. For now, I must defer to the quest for knowledge. Let's talk about something else. I'm listening. We'll speak later. All right. So, first off, map. Oh, that's there she is. Okay. Also, oh, there was some loop I missed. In which case, if she's over there, I want to go further this direction. There's nothing back here. Okay.
Rise
Real
to the
quick
top,
before we
or
go,
get left in the dust.
talk with the Eldar. Let's move in this direction. And just take, oh, hello. Some goods right there. Just some basic goods. Nothing terrible. Old servant. Hearing your footsteps, the elderly servant grabs an injector and stabs it into his arm. The air around the needle immediately starts turning black. You're too late, and Viet dogs. I'm the master of my own fate. But when he gets a better look at you, the man drops the injector in astonishment. Seems poised to prostrate himself. It's you, your ladyship. The God Emperor must have brought you here. I beg you, help the rebels and save Janus. He doubles up, hugging himself, and is racked by coughing and fits. Forgive me, your ladyship. If only I'd known it was you. My eyes deceive me. We have little time now, but I swear I'll tell you everything. Looking closely at the old man, the tech priest, and the inedible session of vital functions is expected in no more than 60 seconds. Throat, damn you, old man. Where did you get this stuff? Poison capsule of this sort are a popular choice among desperate hashbags who are done with being tortured by mad fanatics or worse. Here on Janus, though, there's no antidote. Let's see. Say what it is you want and be quick about it. In the name of the Golden Throne, your leadership, show mercy on the humble workers. The salt of Janus saves them. Vicenta Viat, the untouchable emperor and leader, governor, not emperor, untouchable governor and leader of the nobility, is creating something monstrous behind closed doors. She used the Imperium's interests as a smokescreen and purports to be a scholar, but her actions are poisoning our planet. Did you know that the settlements that fail to pay their due tithes on time have been allowed to pay with people instead? They even deliver them to order, sometimes old folks, sometimes children. I've seen those people, I've seen them being delivered to the estate, and then there's never seen or heard from again. They go into the secret rooms and they don't come out again, your leadership, ever. Fresh meat to entertain the immobility, some things never change. Whether you're on my planet or anywhere else, or anywhere in the righteous Imperium. Without a moan, the dark sand in his arms seems creeping through his veins until his arms and neck are laid as work, breath quick and becoming. He accused the governor of conjecture, only with conjecture and rumor to back up your what secret rooms. What else is going on in the settlements? You can still be saved. What else? What secret rooms? Hidden chambers deep within the palace. I've never been inside, thankfully. Servants who are allowed in, the ones the governor trusts, they change. She changes them, pretties them up, defiles them. He accused the rogue traders appointed governor of heresy. If your words are false, they themselves are tantamount to heresy. But if what you say is true, if it's true, then your sacrifice will be to your credit, my good man. Utters last words with impassioned conviction. I swear I'm not lame. Pray for me, holy sister, for me and for Janus. I'm not sure I'll last long enough to answer all your questions. What else is going on in the settlements? I'll tell you exactly what I was told by the people who contact me. These tithes, some settlements have already switched to paying with people. They say that amenable settlements get special treatment from the governor's dogs. They arrange for medicine to be applied to the settlement, then security, and then they completely isolate them. All contact between those inside the settlement and the outside world is cut off. One lad managed to get out. He's the one who told me all about this, that the people are rotting alive in there. Strange growth, yellow eyes, stinking with dead bodies. The worst looking ones are rounded up and taken away. The fellow who escaped, he seemed fine, but within a couple of days the rebels picked him up. He started seeing monsters instead of people. They had to lock him away with other folks, poor sod, and then his wrists. Your ladyship, if you permit a dying man to make one last request, don't tell anyone that I was the one who unlocked the door. If you do, they'll go after my family and my home. I'll keep your secret. Please save us, save Janus. Ladyship von Valencia's Redfair, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so he died. So
Let us
he's
not dawdle.
basically saying that the governor possibly has... Great, we got some sort of Nurgle infection going on here. Leverly. Now, it's possible that the governor is not in cahoots on this. But I also wouldn't tend to think that an Eldar would be working with the governor if
Indeed. I have not
Okay, what we got
seen
here?
many
Security
places that
officer.
flaunt such luxury. If you were to
Boots.
scrape all the
Oh,
gilding
was
from every temple on Footfall, it would still be less than there is.
Residents of an estate like this could buy Footfall in its entirety and use it as a seasonal residence.
Operation successful.
Okay, nothing to speak to you about now. All right, let's go talk to the Eldar and see what she has to say. Save the game. It's also possible that, yep,
I
there
always
she
have a
is.
backup plan.
Yeah, that's an Eldar. That's not a mutant.
Iliad Lenevis greets you, Elantark.
Every aspect of very natural, the creature turns its head to you.
Regrettable
Anarch
news.
tosses out
This
some horse
creature
and
is not a mutant as the locals assumed, but a representative of the Eldari, one of the myriad enemies of humanity. You should not trust this creature. Do not communicate with it any longer than necessary.
There is no need to mutilate my language, monkey. I speak yours well enough to converse with Elantark without a translator. And since you have discerned my path, I will be direct in my speech. My soul is nothing kin to yours. Your kind call us Xenos, as if we are all as one. I came here to protect the Lilithon by assisting the governor against her enemies. Will you hear me, or be blinded to sense by your precepts?
To be honest, the only part I understood was that you have no desire to fight.
Reckless.
I have banished the shadow of doubt from your thoughts regarding my nature. Now you will answer my question. Why have you sought me out?
Why are you helping the
This
governor?
world is in distress. I wish to protect it from unnecessary suffering. The Lilithon is expressing her wrath. For centuries, this world has resisted the brutality inflicted upon it by soulless machines and unmindful creatures. But what the machine man told you, that is something else. Something more frightening. The planet is fighting an evil that has taken root in its very cradle.
Nurgle rot.
Because that is what you are. Elantark means stranger from the darkness amidst the stars. You descended on flame-winged machines in a dark time when the air of the planet is soaked in blood and pain. Will you be the one to bring peace to the Lilithon? Only that they threaten the established order. There is much risk to this world should the ruler die.
But aren't I the ruler? Your lit face is unreal, but you detect a strange tension as though she's choosing her words carefully.
There is a malevolence here that drives your kin down the path of violence. I am Elantark. My hand parried the death promised to the ruler of these people, and I aided you in battle against the Lost Ones.
How did you come?
The world you call Janus was once created by the will of my kin. I have far more right to be on the Lilithon than any of you. But you are not asking for help, Elantark. You are merely asking questions, the answers to which are either unimportant or wreathed in shadow. Explore this place. Speak to those who know. A simple task for you, and an insurmountable challenge for me, since my very appearance provokes fear and suspicion. When you learn anything, tell me. Perhaps then my answers will be helpful to your search.
If you want, you can join me. None of the locals would dare look askance at you in the rogue trader's presence.
So be it.
With all due respect, are you sure this is the right decision? We know nothing about this Xenos, or why she has wormed her way into the Governor's confidence. As far as I can tell, she isn't especially keen to help us, and yet, for some obviously dark reason, she has decided to take part in our investigation.
My judgments and choices are for me alone, Monkey. If uniting with your mistress will bring peace to the Lilithon, then it is the true.
You have not yet spent enough time among humans if you think threats will dispose me more favorably toward you. The decision is yours, Rogue Trader. But let me be clear. I will terminate your pet Xenos at the first sign of her non-compliance.
I am ready, Elantark. Let us go forth.
Alright, so I now have an Eldar in my midst. Question becomes is what class is she? And do I want to replace Idiri with her is a question. I just don't know what class she is, so if I can't tell what class she is, I wish it would let me, like, look at her before accepting as in who I want in or out of the class. I would assume she's probably an operative, which would put her on the same paring as Idiri. I mean, let's just find out. Yeah, operative. No surprise there. Grand strategist would probably be her best bet. First off, let's take a look at her character. So she's using an Eldari long rifle, which we could actually give her what's her face's rifle. What's her face's Idera. We can give her Idera's rifle. She can't even use any of the other guns, so that's something to also take into account. Apparently, she doesn't have skill to use Drukari weapons, which, no surprise there. So, yeah, probably if we're going to have Idira replace her, give her this. Alright, so then combat tactics, kill zone stratagem. Does she have warp abilities? She does not have warp abilities. Interesting. Okay, so she can gain Drukari equipment, as well as our, okay. Penetrating sight. In my sight gains additional armor penetration equal to her perception. Prescient sight. In my sight. Okay, so what is in my sight then? Is this some sort of... No? Swift sight. In my sight only costs one. Okay, here, let's, yeah, let's real quick go and take a look at our operative here. So, analyze enemy, expose weakness, dismantling attack. She's got precise attack. To be honest, I'd love to reroll her just entire character. She does have the basics. Agility and perception, they seem to give to her ballistic skills, which is important. They did give her swift movement, which I like. Fresh target, whenever the operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, the attack deals 16% more health, so she's good at targeting enemies that are specifically full health. Precise attacks grants the operative a bonus to perception equal to the number of exploits removed. Okay. Perfect spot. Mauling cover. The operative gains plus 25%. Okay, so we basically want to make sure to keep her in cover at all times. Las weapon expert. Fine. Comprehensive analysis. If the target of analyzed enemies has 2 or more exploits, target suffers an additional exploit. And then she got some intelligence and the swift sight. I'm guessing in my sights is like a specific skill. All right. And then yeah, we'll go with Grand Strategist and Killing Zone Strategy. Adjusting front line. If there are more enemies than allies within a front line. So the front line gains bonuses no matter which way it goes. If there's more enemies than allies, or if there's more allies than enemies. Let's see what else we got. So redeployment. Every time a combat tactics area is affected by a stratagem, all allies in that area gain a +1 MP for the following turn. Let's see. Critical zone. Using a stratagem on a backline area, disrupt the zone, fire at will. Oh, this isn't terrible. -1 less AP for backline. Improved stratagem at start combat. The Grand Strategist gains 1 random unknown stratagem, can use it until the end of combat for 0 AP. Escapable zone. Rerolls forced by kill zone stratagem are made with a -15 penalty. I think with this one we actually want to do. Let's see. Take hold. The Grand Strategist chooses 1 combat tactic area. Okay, and then that's this, and then this is the increase in AP. We will continue with her perception, I think. Okay, what else do we have here? So do we want to get? No, we probably want to grab some of this stuff here. In my sights is equal armor penetration equal to their perception, or in my sights their dodge reduction. Probably want to grab this. Possibly want to grab that, but maybe we'll wait for it. Goes ballistic skill here. Okay, then the next, pretty much kind of have to pick one of these instead of going with what we did with Idira. Blitz stratagem. Grand Strategist chooses 1 of the tactic areas. 1 round, all allies within the range of 6 cells gain the ability to move to that area. Okay, Combat Locust chooses 1 of the combat areas for 1 round. The targeted area's bonuses are doubled. All other tactical areas are discharged and cannot be used this turn. Trench line. For 1 round, all allies in that area gain +5 cover efficiency and rerolled all failed characteristic tests. Stronghold stratagem. For 1 round, allies in that area gain +3 armor, cannot be overpenetrated, and gain immunity to prone effect. And gain a +0 deflection against area attacks. Additionally, they do not suffer injuries from receiving damage. All attacks by allies in that area inflict overwhelmed effect on enemies that fail a willpower resistance test. I think this one. Okay, and then interesting that she's a Lord Xenos. So what good are her skills? Demolition, Lord Xenos, of course, is high for her. Awareness is what I need to put points into if she's going to be replacing Idira. Okay, and then adjusting front lines, disrupted zones, enemies in the same combat areas with the Grand Strategist suffer -6. Fire at will. At the start of the stratagems. I could get this one. Where's the one that buffs up the other one? Stronghold? Is that the one I grabbed? Stronghold? Yes. Every time allies under the effect of Stronghold, they gain suffer wound. They gain 6 wounds, temporary wounds instead. That's not terrible. Respite zone, sniping zone. Strategic perfection. Each time the Grand Strategist uses a stratagem, they gain a stack of strategic perfection at the 6. Let's see what else we got here. So she does have Eldari weapon proficiency. Does she have Drukhari weapon proficiency? She doesn't. So let's go ahead and give her that. And then this should be 60 at this point in time. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards giving her perception. Might as well give her Drukhari equipment now, just in case we run across some. Personal combat zones, prescient sight. This one actually might not necessarily be a bad one either. Alright, so let's click on
The
you just to
songs of my
see what we got.
ancestors
So we
speak
got In
of
My
stars
Sights.
long
Your lit
forgotten
ends her turn.
and
At the start of
worlds
her
long
next
gone.
turn,
What a
excluding
shame
extra
that you lack
turns,
the capacity to
it's
understand even a
possible
single
she
note.
makes an attack that cannot miss and does not count towards the attack limit per turn. So basically, she can end her turn with by going to the next. All right, so let's first off look at your armor. You're wearing the Eldari ranged armor, and we don't have anything that you can wear. We do have this. Increases the wearer's chance to hit targets at a range of 10 or further by 20%. So that gives her that. Deflection gloves. I don't think that's particularly necessary. What's this? Using reload is a reduction in that. What if the wearer makes a non-attacking uses a non-attacking consumable? The wearer can move without provoking attacks of opportunity as long as they have less than this. Medicaid. Whenever the wearer kills a target with a melee attack, that's no good. Single attacks with bolter weapons automatically hit the target. That's no good. Whenever the wearer kills a target with a melee attack again. Grenadier gloves, Avenger gloves. She's not going to be making attacks of opportunity. The skirmisher boots, might as well put those on. There's nothing better there. Each enemy killed by the wearer wears an area of attack. She doesn't have an area of attack. Immune to burning. Endure 15% armor damage against warp damage. 15% bonus to damage against enemies that dealt damage to the wearer this round. Whereas first melee attack. So again, no melee attacks, nothing there. Not a whole lot here. I need to take a look at Idira and see if I can't strip some stuff off of her that would be useful. Might as well slap this one on her for now. And this one for now. Alright, so we've got ourselves an Eldar. Here, you can use this in your offhands. Swap those around. I find it interesting, she can use the chain axe, but not the chain swords. Actually, we do have you. But it's not like she's gonna be up close and personal anyway. She can use this ghost sword, which is a power sword. Funny enough. Wait, wasn't this an Eldari weapon? Yes, it is an Eldari weapon. Okay, there we go. Put the ghost sword in her hands. Even though it doesn't look like it would be an Eldari weapon at all. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to our ship.
Is there money to be made?
Take some gear off of Idira. Now, after we go and around and loot. Oh, there we go. That's our. Okay, so these goods here. Is there anything else? Security officer there. Leah's quit. Okay, we're gonna return to our void ship real quick. Go strip gear off of Idira. And mainly that sniper rifle. Well, at least we'll compare it with what she's already got. Okay, so first off, you've got gloves that are specifically for death cult assassins. You've got sniper gloves; those would actually be really good for her. This is for officer type abilities. I have an officer in my group. Do I? Actually, now that I think about that. Anyway, target designator. Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a dead shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection by 1 and applies an exploit until the end of combat. This is for the Imperium lore, but I actually want to grab that now that I think about it. Medal of... we'll take that off too. This is no good. This definitely could be useful as well. Idira, we're gonna need your sniper rifle. Warp conductor gloves are no use to her. What's this? All bonuses for... Okay, yes, this will be definitely useful on her. As well that. I don't think so. I don't think so. Abelard, what do you have on you? Fellowship. Every time the wearer deals damage, the target's whatever's got reduced. Boots. Speaking of, okay, she's got the Psyker footwear. Okay, I think that should be good. And in terms of gear, obviously the sniper rifle's superior, so we'll put that on there. And then as we still don't have any Eldari armor, so that's nothing we're gonna do. The Archstrategist's mantle will be good. Sniper gloves, definitely better than the deflection gloves. And then, didn't I find some other boots? We did find this thing. Does she even have bring it down? To be honest, I'm also wondering if I actually don't want to replace Jay with her. No, she's got to bring it down. Jay's got to bring it down. Okay. So, here, you can use that. And then back to Eldar. Auspex, yep, definitely good for her. There was something else that was useful. Maybe. What was it? What's she currently wearing? Reloading minimum. Idira. I took something off of you. Was it the? It was the Auspex. But didn't I take something off of you too? And maybe it was just the gloves. And the boots. No? Wasn't the boots. Idira, you've got the Sacker boots. What? I thought I took some boots off of you. But I guess not. What about you? What are these boots? That's unyielding. Which might be useful. It depends. Except that he's got the charge boots, which I definitely like better. Guess for now, these are fine. Yeah, no, these are fine. I'm also surprised that she doesn't have any psycho powers, considering their entire race is full of psychers. It might have been this that I took off of her. Oh, right, I was thinking maybe that would be good for her. To buff her Imperium lore, although her Imperium lore is actually pretty high. Yeah, okay. No, I think we're good there. Yeah, I just wish I could re-roll Jai. Jay, not Jai. Some of her officer officer talents, so that one of them I could get would be the uh, get back in the fight. I would prefer this skill over take aim. Um, let's talk to this guy. Retinue needs training. Jai. Yeah, no, it doesn't let me re-roll her character. That's annoying. That's very, very annoying. Okay, Spire. Against all odds. Interesting, she doesn't get any perception bonuses. Might as well put that into fellowship, actually. Or would agility be better? Nah. Okay, Brink of Death. That's only when their health is low. This one actually would not be bad either. Just work on things to increase that tactical advantage. And then we were gonna grab Strong Point, if I remember rightly. Ally Coordination. Comfort and Conformity. That would give us a ability to heal. Grenades and medkits cost less to use. The critical hit scored by the Master Tactician grants them momentum. Heroic Inspiration. Hero's Footsteps. Logistics Superiority. Perfect Finish. Needs to finish the job. Actually, where's the buff to Strong Point as well as to Inspire? Now that I have to think about it, I forgot to grab those. The Inspire one is the one I would specifically want. There we go. Okay, Persuasion, Medicaid, Demolitionist, Lore Imperium. I think her Persuasion would benefit. Okay, and then we got Ballistic Skill, Weapon Skill, Agility, Willpower. And we'll go with some more Ballistic Skill. Okay, better to die for the Emperor. What else we got here? We got Eldar Proficiency, and I believe she already has the Drukari Efficiency. Dual Mean Master. Flame Weapon Expert. Actually, wasn't I gonna grab her the Las Weapon Expert? Yeah. Because her main weapon, the Blast Pistol, is a Las weapon, I believe. Hook that on there for now, but let's say Chain Weapon Expert, Bolter Weapon Expert, and then it's just this one I don't specifically want, although she's not my Lore Xenos one anyway. Parallel world characters gain plus 10% critical chance and plus 10% armor against Xenos and demons. Their allies gain half this bonus of No Heresy. However, they can't raise their Xenos or Warp lore are always 0. But will that affect her ability to wield weapons? Oh, she got that automatically. So, I actually think that would not be a terrible idea since we seem to run into a lot of Xenos and really actually more just a lot of demons. So gaining a plus 5 armor, or 5% armor for the whole crew. It sounds like not a bad idea. Alright, so then Brink of Death, Hidden Advantage, Nerve of Steel, Suppressive Fire, Ally Coordination. This one might not necessarily be a terrible one, because I accidentally hit somebody in Argenta's line of fire. Cost effective, Dawn of Victory, Heroic Inspiration. And the Hero's Footsteps. Every enemy killed by the Master Practitioner increases their resolve. Salvation, stacking the deck. That might not be a terrible one. Whenever the Tactician heals, Master Tactician heals an ally, that ally gains 1 resolve. Except that she's not really running around doing that. Also grants half the amount of temporary wounds to the closest ally of the target. The beginning of the Master Tactician's turn, if their momentum is higher than 125, the first burster attack or area attack used by the Master Tactician is -1. Whenever the Master Tactician reloads a weapon, all allies within the 3-cell radius around the Master Tactician also reloads their weapons. Press the advantage, ignores, cover, and dodge. Press the advantage. That's actually really powerful. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Allow her to hit those people that are kind of tucked away. Alright, so I don't think there's anybody else. Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and head back down to the planet. But yes, the governor on this planet is so dumb that she doesn't recognize a Xenos and thinks it's just some mutant aberration. That alone is kind of suspicious, to be honest.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's go ahead and save our game here. Stooped man wearing a cloak of Adeptus Administratum is reviewing information on data slate while he quiet whirling machine. Arms filled with a long scroll with writing. Upon noticing you, the man stretches his thin lips into a smile and deferentially bows. The light of the service skull hovering over his shoulder gently pulsates. Your ladyship, what an honor it is to address you in person. Allow me to introduce myself. Atlius Quint, prefectus of the Officio Archicultural. I will preserve the record for our conversation forever. Uncovered the servant who betrayed. Here is the place where you can find his body. What record of our conversation? What do you think of this Venom Vivian? Superb leader, she possesses an excellent grasp of all matters and never uses an incorrect form of for a given situation. I do not pry into her personal affairs, but if I may speak plainly, a lady who fills out her paperwork with such finesse cannot be a bad person in my view. What do you have to say about the governor's helper? I'm not going to say anything about that. Not with her standing right there. Tell me about Janus. What happened? What is happening on the planet? What do you know about these attacks? It is disgraceful and simply hysterical. I cannot believe these scoundrels would dare to come so close and to drag the nobility into this as well. If they penetrate the ship, that means they had help from some worthless servant or other. Security is currently questioning survivors, but the culprit has not been found yet. Well, it has. Alas, your ladyship, rebellions have caused us too many problems in recent times. Rebels are interfering with established processes, interrupting supplies, sabotaging the service work. A couple of nobles have been killed, and worst of all, some of the victims occupied important administrative posts. Until their replacements pass their checks, complete all their induction forms, and go through the official appointment procedure, important paperwork is going unsigned. It is a bureaucratic catastrophe. The absence of a required signature is, of course, the most horrifying thing about this situation. Indeed, it is. Financial reports, logistics. Have you seen the form? I'll send you a memo. Here's a memo. I've got another memo. Indeed, it is. Financial reports, logistics directives, way bills for food shipments without the signature of the most respected and now deceased head of House Zacharias. Shipments to the settlement in Aegis 24 have been stopped. Their errors still dealing with the transfer of holdings and Incoming reports tell us that a quarter of the workings in the affected settlements have already died of starvation, while most of those remaining have left the perimeter and have not yet returned to their designated places. If things continue in this vein, I dare not imagine what it could lead to. There are worlds that are ravaged by war for generations, your ladyship, like that deranged planet by the nameless star, so close to our own peaceful system. The inhabitants were supposed to live under the patronage of Rotor Winterscale. I shudder to think what he has created there. I want to know details where they struck. Of course, I would be delighted to furnish you with all the information I have. Yeah, we got this nameless star thing going on. In the last few months, 15 organized attacks and 7 terrorist attacks have been perpetrated. Irrigation equipment has been sabotaged in agrarian sectors 3 to 5, transport routes 27, 4, 13, and also, I suppose this will not tell you much. With a fussy gesture, he presses several buttons on the data slate, and a three-dimensional map with coordinates of the attacks appears on your cogitator. Logic success. The data is superbly collated and map clearly displays the actions of the rebels. At first glance, there seems to be no logic in their campaign, but after analyzing the data and the features of the terrain, you notice a clear system indicating a geographical pattern to their attacks. Who's directing? Does anybody know? The rebels are well armed and well trained. What's more, the governor's advisors are inclined to think that the instigators of the rebellion are very familiar with planet's terrain and climate. My ordnance are going through registration records day and night looking for individuals who have completed military training, but we have so far been unable to identify the scoundrel. What are you doing to combat the rebels? Our security services are tracking those who support the rebels, and their regular wardens are wiping out these saboteurs without the slightest mercy, but they keep on appearing. My scribes have been run off their feet, keeping records of all the public hearings and executions, but I am confident that the governor will find a solution soon. That's enough for now. Let's see. What record of our conversation? Let's see. What are your duties here? By the grace of the God Emperor, I oversee the administrative apparatus on the planet and serve as secretary. I'm also responsible for the logistics related to supplying the planet of the von Valentius dynasty and the timely payments of tithes to the Imperium official collectors. Um, Speaking of the von Valentius dynasty, one more last payment. Oh, your ladyship, our supply shipments are all in order. All foodstuff and other items are ready for export and are simply awaiting the arrival of the transport ships. However, given the current circumstances on the planet, Janus could not provide even one tranche more than what is already prepared. I'm certain the situation will be rectified in the nearby future. When did the collectors last come? Oh, your ladyship, I must confess that as yet I have not had the pleasure of filling out a sacred tithe protocol form, as the last imperial ships to come here did so under my predecessor. Come to think of it, that would have been several decades ago. I do hope the logisticians responsible for such an unforgivable oversight lose their head over this. Okay. And then there's a security guy over here I want to talk to. Over this.
Watching the lazy handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking,
Rise to the
my
top, or get
cardiovascular
left in the
augmentation
dust.
can withstand much more than hypnosis.
This is intriguing.
What we got here? Hotshot las gun. And that can just go into here. Okay, State Warden Security Officer. Okay, hulking man dressed in uniform, marking him as an officer of the gubernatorial wardens, who's closely monitoring his subordinates as they surround the building. Sensing your approach, he whips around, his face going pale as the officers low bow. Your ladyship, please do not stray too close to the building. One of the terrorists from today's attack has holed up himself up in there. He could be dangerous. What's going on here? Ready to report, your ladyship. We conducted a sweep of the area after attack. All the assassins were arrested or neutralized except for one. He sealed himself inside he already injured 2 wardens who tried to reach him, but there's no need to worry. We'll poison him and clear the last dregs of the dirt. One Ashmag up against all these wardens in the state, yet he's still causing trouble. On Ifrit, he would have already been made a captain and put in charge of the governor's security, for the Exalted One knows he has more brains than all of you combined. We'll fix this right away. I swear. Um, what's so special about this building? One of the utility buildings. Unfortunately, it was empty at the time of the attack. There's no potential hostages or innocent people inside. If you ask me, I think this is the first place the killer came to when he was beating his retreat. We managed to round up all the others, but this one holed himself up in here. This is not an empty utility building, but an inactive backup crypt for storing refrigeration and freezing equipment. This is obviously your ignorance is depressing. Sorry. Who is he? To tell you the truth, your leadership, I'm more concerned with clearing the area right now. I want to talk to him. You're going to poison the rebel. We're using insecticide from one of our stockpiles. We don't have any military grade poisons, but we don't need them. Not for this parasite. I want to talk to him. Are you sure this is not exactly safe? All right, fine. I'll look around after you're finished up. You're gonna question me out of my way. All right, so we're going inside. Let's go ahead and save our game. Let's see, coercion 0. I am Ivana, rogue trader and sovereign of this planet. In the name of the Emperor, open this door. Awareness, examine the door. Strength, break down the door. Tech use, pick the lock. Address the officer, I'm done, proceed. The door looks solid and formidable, but you notice dark marks on the hinge, a sure sign that the material is degraded. The lock doesn't look new either. With suitable tool, you could easily open it. Let's see here. Takes you half a minute to figure out the archaic. With a soft click, the door opens and you enter. Wounded rebel, the rogue. It can't be the rogue trader. Young man, practically a boy, falls to his knees and stretches out his bloody hands toward you. His clothes are burned inside. Lady, your ladyship, have mercy. You are the sovereign of this planet. Only you have the power to save us. I find it interesting. Let's see here. This is one of the elusive and cunning rebels the governor's been fighting for months. Really, youth is a time of recklessness. I heard that said more than once in the Scholia Progenium, and during my Noviatia. Okay, but youth is also a time of directness. Let us listen to this young man before we judge him. Save you from what? From Governor Yvette Viat. Everyone here knows what she's doing to us. We've put up with it for a long time, hoping that somebody would intervene and help us, but nobody ever did. She turned the whole world into a slaughterhouse. People are rounded up like groks from the settlements, supposedly to go to the palace, and they're never seen again. Her servants pour something over the fields, and then people lose their minds. They start hearing voices and seeing evil spirits, and while we're dying, she's sitting behind her white walls and feasting on our bones. Yurlit's face twists. Sacrifices, madness, pain, and death, even in so primitive a society as this. Such rites seem senseless, not worth such efforts. What is this? Random quirk of nature or something darker? You're telling me people are seeing evil spirits. Yes, others are going feral and attacking their loved ones, and then there's people say that in some settlements, well, they've stopped upholding law altogether, imperial law and the law of the basic human decency. People are turning into animals. Who's behind the rebels? Your ladyship, I beg you, don't ask me that. I can't sell out my brother, and it's over for me. But the others, I won't betray them. We can probably easily persuade him or coerce him. Iconoclast, give the rebel an easy death. The people waiting outside will put you through far worse torment than I am. I dare you rebel. There will be no end to the war on this planet until I get a handle of the situation, but to do that, I need to meet with your leader. As long as you keep your word. I've never been in their camp. None of us have. Only the chief saw one person from their base. He came a few times, bringing weapons and orders. He said you represented a greater force than we could imagine. He said that the governor's dogs will pay for their reprisals in the settlements, but that's not where they're hidden. They keep their distance from ordinary folk. We have it all worked out so that if anyone gets caught, the others aren't caught with them. But I swiped the chief's fox. I thought after I killed the governor, I could use the message coordinates to find the base and hide out there. That's everything I know, your ladyship. Um, yeah, there's no witness. All right. Let's see. Dried berries. Dried berries. Covered in short fuzz. Also, we have some goods here. And goods there. Go ahead and open that up, would you
This
please?
explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
15 bonus to carouse. I don't know if there's anybody I particularly need to gain bonuses from carouse, although he doesn't have anything in his slot. We should definitely put something in there. The warrior did not move this turn. They become immobilized, slowed, stunned, or knocked prone. They gain temporary HP. Increase our Medicaid, lower Imperium, lower Xenos. Where the warrior hits an enemy with Deadshot, that's for snipers. Carouse. Whenever the wearer kills a target with a melee, all enemies within a 2-cell range around the wearer suffer mental damage. That's actually not a bad
Alas,
one.
no.
Oh, it's a. Oh, it's a. Oh. Oh, in which case I should put that on myself. There we go. I didn't realize it was a necklace. I thought it was one of those. Okay. Okay. No, same thing with this, huh? Single attacks with bolter weapons automatically hit the target. The only person who's even using one might as well take it. Using a bolter weapon. Okay. Wounded rebel, isn't he dead rebel? Oh,
Always
and
keep your eye
these,
on the prize.
these guys all left. Let's go over here and see what that is about. Did you see the mutant wipe out that target? A guy's near the governor stood there catching flies, and she's already blown his brains out.
Cast your eye there.
Oh, where? Where? When? Loot. There. Okay.
Keep a sharp eye.
Some other loot? Nope. Yep. Ooh, what is this? Charitus Pendants. The wearer gains +5 fellowship and +10 commerce. If the wearer has dogmatic adherence or above, their lore and Imperium will depend on their fellowship instead of intelligence. Let's see. So yeah, she lost that, but on the other hand, she has the Bring It Down ability. So I think she would benefit from that more than she would, and she definitely doesn't have the dogmatic. Um, he's got the one that protects him from the horrors of warp, so I would prefer that. Obviously, she's not gonna gain from that. They really are tall, aren't they? The only one who might would be the sister, and her fellowship isn't anything spectacular, so save this.
And done.
Chains or ropes and shackles on the end can be seen in the water. Sometimes something white is visible through the glimmer, a fragment of bone that marks with marks made by sharp teeth. Huh. Ugh. Interesting. So people get chained here and wait for tide to come in.
I always have a backup plan.
Servitors.
A job for me.
Chapel is built out of luxurious materials, but the holy place looks half abandoned. You cannot smell any burnt incense. You see no seals of cleansing on the door, and you hear no prayers, no voices, or vox recordings. Fascinating. I'm definitely starting to really suspect this governor is in cahoots with the Nurgles.
I always keep my options open.
Or some chaotic force. Alright, so now what do I do? That's back to my ship. This is to the mansion. Let's go talk to the... May I help you? I found this on the body of a dead rebel. Can you tell me about its specimen? Your blessing for the examination. Tech priest studies the dried herbs and goes still. You hear the distinct clicks of the cerebral cogitators processing for creeping creeweed, a typical plant of Western Hemisphere. We have studied the possibilities of industrial cultivation, but the process was found to be inefficient due to specific requirements of the soil, which is found in the right composition only on the archipelagos of the planet. Okay, interesting. Berries of the plant that grow outside the genus cultivated areas were found among the right, so. But it's
Is there
the
money to be
fields
made?
that are specifically being corrupted. Alright, so that goes back to our void ship. So where the heck are we supposed to go now? We went to the maintenance room. We talked to this guy in the back. Okay, save. It's an honor. Servants, aristocrats.
Keep your wits about you.
Stay wardens. Servants. If we're delighted to welcome our guests, would your ladyship prefer to speak to the governor alone or with entourage? I don't want to waste my time with this right now. Stay wardens. Something wrong, your ladyship. Something wrong, your ladyship. Servants. Maps. Save our game. Damaged Vox with the log of rebels' conversations. Can I see these conversations or what? Or do I need to go back to my ship and because now that I've got the the Vox, I can go find the rebels kind of thing. Because so far, the only thing I've heard from the rebels is hearsay.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
But there are some signs of some sort of taint going on around here. Oh, there was some loot over here we missed. Oh, there we are. Some more of these dried berries. Decreased arms. The deceased arms and face are covered with small boils and ooze clouding pus even after death. Oh yeah, we definitely got ourselves a Nurgle infestation going on here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Decorative spire hastily turned into watchtower for a sure sign of turbulent situation. We've got a definite sign of Nurgle corruption.
My pleasure.
Fountain is an expensive toy for the nobility. Pure water is currently bubbling from it, but additional pipes on it indicate the presence of several siphons from sparkling wine or other beverages. Oh, good lord. I lacked gestures for your attention. As you once sought my help, I am now seeking yours. The time has come to dispel the final shadows on our path. I have hidden the truth from you. I know a great deal about those who are disturbing the peace of the local rule. And I also know where they are hiding. Allow me to show you the way on the condition that you bring me to them. I don't think the road trader needs your revelation right now, Xenos. That is even assuming that you are not lying now as well. Your kind are usually a bit better at bargaining, always offer what can't be obtained with tortures or thrones. Why did you not say anything? No other path was open to me, but now our paths are aligned, and my decision was motivated not by caprice, but by reason, which compels me now to be honest with the person who can fix all this. Everything you have discovered, everything you have learned from your kind, they are all traces of the same calamity, a calamity that will eclipse all the strife and wars on the face of this world. All signs are plain to see, but I was here, and the monk I failed to recognize the coming storm. Please follow me, you must, if this world truly matters to you. If one of the Imperium's world is in danger, so be it. I will follow you. Excellent. I was beginning to get bored with living targets to shoot at. What calamity you're still holding? I will reveal the truth very soon, but not here, not in the place where it seems evil has made its nest. Have patience, all I can trust me. Yeah, I mean, if the governor's in on this, we don't exactly want to be spouting out, hey, Nurgle infection right here, with the people who would just instantly turn on us and shoot us. If one of the Imperium's world is in danger, so be it. I will follow you. On the other hand, it's entirely possible that it's not Nurgle infection, and it's in fact Tyranid infection. But most of our, knowing our luck, it's usually chaos. 90% of the time. Actually, yeah, no, pretty much since we started this game, it's been nothing but chaos. Literally, the very first person we meet in the game is one of the followers of
Let
chaos.
us not dawdle.
Yeah, that looks like chaos
I
infection.
considered these forests my home for a time, but I still feel myself a stranger here.
I suppose it's because the jungle is ever so slightly hostile to visitors. Speaking of visitors, Lord Captain, have you ever, in all your infinite wisdom, considered setting up a resort for rich folks here?
Okay. Well, not with a Nurgle infection going on.
Easily done.
Okay, so we've got the cutthroat rebels here. Let's go ahead and save our game. Because they are marked as red, but...
Is there money to be made?
let's see here. Ripper rebels. Just making sure we can see everyone.
You will beg for
Why are
mercy,
we going
but
into
I
combat
will
immediately?
grant none.
Kill the intruders. Stop, lower your weapons. They didn't. Should have started up here. Okay, let's see. Good places for you to start at. Oh, you can actually get up here, which would actually not be a bad one. Let's go ahead. Let's see. First off, all these rebels. Where's these guys at? Oh, they're way the heck over there. They're probably gonna run this direction. So, Ret. Oh, I'm still placing people. Then myself will go ahead and start here. Sister. Pascal gets to go next, so I actually might move him up right here just to have him within, attract their attention. Sister, we're actually gonna place you right there so that you can just gun down this corridor as these idiots run up into your gunfire, especially since there's a combat servitor over here. Pasquale, you're going to move up to actually right here. I think is not a bad position. Keep you safe from this guy, if nothing else. Shoot, I didn't mean to start since I hadn't placed Jay or Heinrichs. Well, Heinrichs can just run right up here and smash these guys, although these guys are probably gonna go towards me. Okay, so you're lit. Let's go ahead and place
I understand your intent.
The rear guard can be placed upon her.
If I must.
And then the back line can be placed on these two who are accidentally
I
standing out
am
in the
not
open.
your Xenos pet, Mulkey.
I'm grumpy.
If
And
it
we'll go ahead
serves
and
your
do
cause.
this. And then as for sniping, let's go ahead and just take out this guy up here with you so he doesn't run or shoot at anything that's a problem.
I deal death with
Thank
my
you.
hands.
Did I give her Laz? I might not have given her Laz expert. Oh well. Oh, that's the other thing. She doesn't have the thing that. Okay. Well, let's see. Go ahead and apply. Who's got a lot of health around here? You guys are all just low level. This guy back here.
I understand your intent.
Okay, and then this ends my turn, which is fine because I don't have any particular other actions. Let's see. At the start of her next turn, if possible, she makes an attack that cannot miss and does not count towards her attack. Is it something I trigger on an enemy? I guess it's something I trigger on an enemy specifically.
If I must.
So, see, these guys backed up. Ow, ow. These guys shooting at Pasquale. Yep, these guys, that's what I thought they would do. Alright, Pasquale, you are just gonna wreck these guys after you cast your this. So, Pasquale, go ahead and move up. There. Let's go ahead and... Oh, this guy actually has 62 health. There we go. Aim for opening and for smash. Jeez Louise. He can do it well. Alright, and then probably want to move him into some sort of cover. We only have this guy, and this guy is what? Melee, shooter, um, shooter. So he will. So I'll probably actually want to move Haskell here, to be honest. Although I could also move him over here. What is that's a melt-a-gun? Is that a melt-a-gun? Is that really a melt-a-gun? That is indeed a melt-a-gun. In which case, we're definitely going to place him over here. And then he can go ahead and trigger this.
Running by Narek
On your side, remember?
Ow! Value.
Wait, why did it fire twice? Yeah. Oh, killed one. Why did it fire twice? You know, sometimes it's really hard to tell what are bugs and what aren't. Okay, you guys are gonna so hate your lives. Sniper, that's gonna be your next. Oh, no, actually, you're.
I'm in range.
Who did you even shoot at?
Flesh is weak, yet iron knows no pain.
Okay, sharpshooter rebel. Ow.
Show me what you've got.
Okay, they're moving up.
It's nothing.
Ow, chain swords, ow, chain swords. Okay, so then I'm kind of left sitting out here. I think we're gonna go after this guy. Because he's got a lot of health there. So, first off,
I'll
you,
see to it, personally.
warp
I'll make
speed,
it happen.
moving up. Since this guy's a gunner, he won't get an attack of opportunity on me. Okay, and then let's go ahead
On
and
it.
trigger blade dance.
The best defense is a good offense.
Okay, so he's got 17 health left. He should die from his next thing, and I can still come out here and put this
I'll make
guy
it happen.
down. He will definitely die
Your
from
end
this.
was inevitable.
Goodbye. Alright, then Jay, you're gonna move up to here.
A moving target lives longer.
You're going to apply voice of command to Sister Argenta. You're going to apply inspire to Sister Argenta. And then you're gonna shoot this guy. Or should we shoot this guy? Shoot this guy.
I can do that with the right incentive.
I'll kill him, but and then you can.
Tell me,
Turn and
and
pop
it
this
is
guy.
done. Never fight fair.
Very nice. Oh, I gave her another. Okay.
Don't
maybe we'll
get
kill
too
this guy
cocky.
off. Very nice. It didn't kill him off. Dang it. All right. That's fine. This combat serviture's coming up. He's got a multi-melter though.
Another enemy down.
All right.
the body.
So swap your weapon to rapid
I'll do it.
fire, and just gun everything down in sight. Pretty much. Okay. Also, we'll trigger this. Is she not gonna hit these ones who are directly in front of her? Well, we'll shoot these guys and see what happens. Yep, no, literally completely whiffed on the guys directly in front of her. Well, she killed 3 people, so she can go ahead and trigger Furious
As the Emperor
Recital.
commands, I act.
We need to heal her on Heinrich's turn. Heinrich is going to come up and help her fight these guys anyway. And we also forgot to trigger Confident Approach. I keep forgetting that one. Okay, Heinrich. So the first thing you're going to do is charge.
But of course, Lord Captain. Be gone.
Thank you. Then you're going to move up here and
I
kill
need a
this one.
foothold. Your reckoning is due.
Then we're going to do... Can't do anything further, so we'll just figure on these 3 people. And then we'll go ahead and have him do invigorate. Okay, and then also
For the
forgot to give him
throne's
that.
glory.
And then as for this, can't really do much else, can he? Nope. Okay. All right, then.
Ancestors,
Oh,
guide
nice. Oh, so that's literally just on her next turn, she just gets a free shot. Okay, and then go ahead and finish him off. This guy burned to death. So yeah, let's just go ahead and finish him off.
I hear you moving.
Now,
No
as
more.
for... Got this rebel up here who will die. This one back here. I think we'll go ahead and mark him for in her sights, except that she can't. She's too far away. Let's go ahead and move her into cover then. Who do you have still out? And you can see this man. Fortunately, can't see this man. Is there a position where you can go where you can see this guy over here? Answer is no, not really, sadly. But this does allow her to see this guy back here, so we will go ahead and move her over to that one. Actually, if we can do it from back here, that way she'll be in full cover. And then we're going to move front line to here.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
No, you follow orders pretty well. For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit. Well, these guys are affected by an exploit. So here, let's see. Will be reduced. This attack will have higher chance, but this is pretty much a perfect chance to hit. So there's no point in this precise attack. Analyze enemy. Might as well go ahead and trigger
Serves
some
your
more on
cause.
him. And then we're gonna go ahead and do in my sights on this guy.
I am not your
because I'm assuming he's gonna
Xenos
move
pet,
further up this direction. This guy moved up, but he... Okay, can't do anything particularly, although I can shoot at this guy up here. Maybe it'll bounce down to him.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Okay, and then...
Running by
Oh, it did jump to him. Nice. Ow, it also jumped to her, which severely hurt her. And that's pretty much all he can do. Alright. Ow.
Vengeance will be
Okay,
swift.
so... I think I'm going to be moving down here to take out this man. Move into here. Blade dance this guy to
What a
death.
peculiar thing. It's as good as done.
Oh, there's a trap. Okay, he is going to die on his turn from the bleeding or the poison, whichever. And then we're going to use Invigorate on the
I'll
sister,
see to it personally.
because she definitely needs it, or she's going to be dying. Could finish this guy off, but he's definitely going to die, so I'd rather not waste my death from above. Okay, Jai. Why do I keep calling her Jai? Jay, what the heck?
I
Move
know
up
what I'm doing,
here,
usually.
and we're gonna give strong point to her.
I can
'Cause
do
that'll give
that
her some
with the
temp
right
health.
incentive.
A lot of temp health, which she might need. Did we give this to you? We did. Okay, then let's go ahead and give voice of command to myself, and then oh, unfortunately, I can't see from here. Let's do this and then do that. Nope, still can't see. No. Oh, it moved down there. It's heading towards me. Interesting. Okay, Sister Argenta. Shoot, if I'd known it was going to come down here, I would have moved to a different location. Okay, Sister Argenta, you're just going to move up here. And how much armor do you have? 70 armor. Definitely think we're going to want to do a Melta attack. And
Faith
area of
without
attack,
deeds is worthless.
and devastating attack, and then we will trigger this, except we can't because we're outside the range of the Melta gun. Well, damn it. Okay,
As the
as
Emperor
rapid fire it
commands,
is.
I act.
This isn't going to hit any of my friends, is it? No, it is not.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay, well, devastating attack, so what did that apply? Just some exploits. It's got the Embrace the Machine. Okay, then Heinrichs. You're going to move up here because there's not really much else you can do. You're going to go ahead and trigger Light of the Emperor to heal Sister Argenta. And then, yeah, I didn't think you'd be able to. What's your other thing? You can do this, but there's nothing.
More trouble than it's worth.
I can't. Oh, because I don't have enough to do. Okay, swap back, and we'll just go ahead and put him in defensive stance then. All right. Oh. Eldar? Stop, my candidate is me. Why? Who? Huh? What? Also, she apparently can't see this. She can see this target, so why didn't she shoot it? Is it outside of her normal range? No. She should have shot it.
I understand your intent.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do some kill zone strategies. So the Eldar have been here basically causing trouble.
If I must. Just guide me.
And then we're also gonna move you here.
I approach the designated position.
Also interesting, she can attack. Oh shoot, I should have. Well, I mean, it's not like it. This is only good if it's hard to hit target. Let's go ahead and trigger
Serves your
some more.
cause.
And then we'll go ahead and do
This
this.
tedium is beneath me.
Okay, I am curious. We're gonna go ahead and move you just
Activate
into cover
calculated
here.
theory algorithm.
If we just also Machine Spirit. Unfortunately, he's out. Oh, he can't move too far, can he? What is this? Well, we'll try this. Didn't think so.
Neither fear nor hesitation.
He's coming down to fight. He's gonna run through the poison. He's going to just sit there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that one died. I expected that. Alright, so then I'm gonna move over and fight the combat servitor and hopefully kill it. So what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna move over here and then leap, which will trigger, which will apply the burn, and then we can do where it hurts.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Okay, and then this. Bleeding. Okay, so it's got both dots. So then we can trigger.
I'll make it happen. Consider this a taste of what's to come. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
I just did 6 attacks there. Curious. Let's just do a basic attack.
Your end was
And, yeah.
inevitable.
Alright, so does where it hurts only work on basic attacks? Because that's what it feels like. It doesn't seem like it applies to Blade Dance itself. Alright, so that's pretty much the servitor taken out, and now we have Eldar to deal with, who are just not listening. Let's first put some voice of command on Pasquale. And I guess she's going to need to shoot at this, her buddy over here. And I'm going to move you into cover. And then have you not do that. You're going to move into that cover. That. There we go. And after I put Inspire on somebody. Actually, I suppose... well, actually, we'll do Inspire on
Watch
her.
my back.
So that on her next attack, she can really take care of her kin up there.
Am I getting paid for this?
I will
No.
not yield to the likes of you.
No, you do
You've
not
got a
get paid.
problem, I've got a problem.
Okay.
Not injured.
Um,
I'm enraged.
Argenta, if you move up here, you can very easily just gun the crap out of this one. But you could also do that up here, now that I think about it. Yes, let's do that. Pasco can take care of this one.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, and we'll do this. And then
I'll do it.
take care of his cover too. Oh, yep, there it goes. Never mind. That was easy. Okay, so her turn's done. Okay, Heinrich. Heinrich's just running back and forth and back and forth. If you move here, can you charge without... No. We'll move you over here anyway. Okay, it's your, 100% chance of just
If it
annihilating.
serves your
Okay.
cause, I'll deal death with my hands.
Okay. See, usually dispassion was restrained. Your elucidator activates when she begins speaking in her own language. I swear to Kane's riven heart, Mora, you will pay for your treachery. May Mora Hag surrender your fate and cast it away. May the blood of Eladish. Well, who knew a tempest was raging beneath that? I doubt that will be the last battle we see today, and I need allies with their wits about them. I don't know who you're talking about, but I promise I'll help you pour this cup of suffering from the room. Sucks in deep breath through her teeth and quickly murmurs something. When she opens her eyes, her face is once again a max. She looks at you and begins to speak this time. Please excuse me, Ellen. allowed the turmoil of my soul to win out over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than you'd ever imagine. My very soul. I must be very careful, even in the face of treachery. Isn't it time you told me what's going on here? I see no other path to deserve the truth. We call ourselves the children of the Azuran. Eldari is another name of ours. We are the echoes of the great empire that once ruled the galaxy. I mean, maybe not so far back. And the planet that you call Janus is one such maiden world. The Liliathan, a haven that our ancestors made for their kin. For many millennia, only the shadows of our predecessors lived among the ruins until you humans came here. We are the heirs, and we are entirely within our rights to call the maiden world our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. Not a homecoming. We belong to the craft world Crude Arch, which fell in the border of this star region. Only the providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose souls perished amidst the stardust along with our abode. A destroyed craft world, Jay breaks and then hardly whispers, "Hey, if we get a chance, we could check this place out. Even if the craft world is blasted bits, anyone who finds pieces of it will make a fortune." An angry Vox crackle interrupts Jay, however, confines himself to this threatening gestures, obviously not wanting to bicker in front of the Eldari who has the right to plunder the world of her kin. The green visor flashed with interest. Claire, which part? You don't need to know that, Iron Monkey. I am aware of your looting practices. After the calamity, the Lilith and offered my kin a sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of our ancestors, under the canopy of the forest and created by our wisdom of our world singers, living alongside your kind, who reaped the fruits of our labor with such vulgarity. You came to Janus along with the rest of the Eldari. Oh God, Nox, must you really make my legs cramp up so bad? How are you connected to the uprising on this planet? Why did your own kind attack you? I know not the answer to that question. Many cycles have passed since I departed these forests and my kin. They cannot have forgotten me, can they? You came to Janus. No, my path brought me to the Lathan later by another route. It was Murren who welcomed me here. He was one of the surviving Farseers of Kridarsh. He was with a handful of the Asurians who had escaped death and found the path here to the destroyed cradle of our kind. They were outraged when they saw how the monkey had ravished our flourishing garden. How are your king connected to the uprising on the planet? The Asurian do not enter battles they cannot win. However, it is in our power to direct the current so that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path. And so it was in this case. Marian, the Farseer from Grudge, saw a future without the monkey, and we followed his lead. We simply used the monkey's passion against them, their love of freedom and anarchy, their love of domination and violence, stoking enmity between servants and rulers is easier when your targets are governed by emotion rather than reason. My kin became military advisors to the monkey who rose up against the rulers of this world. I had a different mission, to become Vicenta's handler, since the rebels would be unable to get to her until both sides were sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans had never seen a child of Azurian before, and so she accepted the lie about a degenerate branch of monkey dwindling far from their own kind. Why would a handful of Xenos go to war against a whole planet? You can't kill everyone. Why are you telling me this? What brought this candor? Your arrival has thrown my paths into disarray and lifted the veil of truth that has been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the human rulers, I failed to see the signs that there was another threat looming over the Lilith and besides the monkey's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you, as it is to other intelligent species. We call it the Sileneretian Shehuthers. Okay, so they're, but I don't think it's Slaanesh here. I think it's Nurgle. She of thirsts, god Slanesh, the ultimate enemy. Slanesh is the god of passion, excess, and forbidden pleasures, and is known for his fickle and treacherous nature. But that doesn't explain the issues in the plants. Although I suppose the Slanesh could be. Disfigurements, it seems you call these mutations, are the surest sign of this threat. By mutilating living forms, this malevolent power subjects them and bends them to its will. You have seen the deformities in the faces of those who are closer to the Lilithian's body than others, the rebels who hide under the canopy of these forests. The Monkey are weak in spirit. They are susceptible to the proposition of she who thirsts, and in their drive to attain her poisonous gifts, they perform reverse rituals in her name, rituals that require sacrifices, like the Monkey who were brought to the palace and never seen again. I suppose the Lilithian's world spirit senses the threat and resists as much as it is able. Living things that inhabit the worlds are becoming its weapons, weapons turned against the monkey. Poisonous plants, rabid beasts, these are all a blade to the Lilithian's hands as she fights the coming of Slanesh. Signs that have been revealed to me, they all indicate the presence of corruption on this world. Tendrils of corruption may be threading through the world spirit, poisoning it even as we speak, but for corruption to take a hold of the planet so quickly requires effort directed by the will of another. I believe Vicenta is in the thrall of the will of the Slanesh. Ah, Xenos, such wonderful creatures, Shireen. But before we came, Pointy Ears spent her days serving the governor. But the moment the winds changed, she started regaling us with tragic tales about her dismal fate and the world's plights. And we humans are to blame for everything, naturally. Although there is a grain of sense in her words, I will give her that. Hmm. Maybe Vistenza is tainted for consorting with the archenemy. We will have to find out for ourselves. Um, Vicenta is to blame, the Wyvern Yukon. There's only one crime graver than serving Slanesh. It is betraying the children of Hazarin for her benefit. Murin saw the past. He beheld paths. He beheld the future. How could he not see the dark stain on its face? How could he fail to do everything in his power to rid Lilithan of this canker? Before I rip his poison seed from Lilithan's body, I will make Murin answer me. Maybe it is designed with Crosorian with the archenemy. Perhaps the signs I uncover have failed to convince you. I pray to the gods that other proof, other than more comprehensible to you, will emerge to sway your opinions. Slanish is deceitful and cutting, but subtly penetrates the soul, offering false perfection, luring victims into her web with promises of a wicked ideal. The ruler of the monkey perhaps does not even know that her soul has been corrupted. You struggle to understand the children of Zern, and I do not blame you for that. We are too different. Monkey walk blindly into the future. We choose the path guided by our farseers. Krudash was the birthplace of the powerful watchers of things to come. Our leaders were selected from among their ranks, and their word was set in stone, unshakable like the universe itself. Muran, our leader here, is one of that group. The children of the Azuran are subjected to his will, and he is subject to the will of his visions. Muran saw the Lilith in a vision, suffering and crying out to be cleansed. We did everything we could to rid the maiden world of the monkey. Our lives, our desires, all that is best compared to the light of the path Muran has chosen for us. At least that is what my kin believe. I used to believe it too until recently. Well, that's the thing with the uprising, with the Farseers. They see a myriad amount of different pathways. How do they know they're picking the right one? If we want to meet with the leaders of the uprising, we better keep moving. All right, so let's start with goods.
Take heed, rogue trader.
Okay, and some more goods. Okay, and what do we got here? The floor of the bunker is littered with sleeping bags, backpacks, rebels' menageries, clothing smeared with blood, primitive Data slates and half-eaten Nutri-bars. Okay. Oh, let's go ahead and loot everything. Weighty axes, I don't need. Just basic chain swords, chainmail, nothing particularly spectacular. Cutthroat rebels, I guess we're not.
I always keep my
There's nothing
options
to
open.
loot from the servitor. Marksman rifle, is that better than our current sniper rifle? Nope, it's exactly the same as our current sniper rifle, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and stick that in there. Let's go ahead and keep looting. Okay, so we got an Eldari chainsword, a melt-a-gun, a shuriken catapult, and 2 sets of ranger armor, which I don't think are any better than what we currently have. Let's go ahead and just add one of those to the cargo. The melt-a-gun. Let's go ahead and take these and just take a look here. So first off, the melt-a-gun. Where'd the melt-a-gun go? Okay. Melta Ultima is definitely better than the melt-a-gun. Okay. So that answers that question. Okay, and then we've got the Ghost Sword. The Eldari Chainsword is definitely superior than the Ghost Sword. Looks like. Information. The Venom Blade is 12 to 18, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and swap those. And then the Shuriken Catapult can do a burst fire, but I'll keep her with the sniper rifle. She's definitely superior with that. Although I could swap to this. Really, the Shuriken Catapult would be better in like a soldier's hands. Okay, as for this melt-a-gun, let's go ahead and just add that to the cargo. Okay, and then so that's everything. Oh, nope, not quite. And yeah, that's everything. So, okay, that's everything there. That's everything there. Let's take a real quick peek over here. Oh, missed somebody. He had that auto pistol, which is crap. The gas grenades, we'll go ahead and hold on to, and then there's some loot back here. All right, we're good there. Oh, we got some goods over here. And in the dimness under the camp view, you notice the outlines of machines, portable generators that provide power to the camp. Some of the machines have fallen into disuse, and it would be impossible to make sense of the cables, wires strewn about the floor without the help of a tech priest. So, all right, and then there's nothing up here.
I
Okay.
always have a backup plan.
So let's go ahead and also take a peek across the river here. So it looks like we got 2 pathways here. Okay, so the first, this one requires some Lord Xenos.
Remember, innocence proves nothing.
State your intention.
Take you.
Praying before the sacred warrant has imbued me with the determination to fulfill my mission. With the support of the
more
rogue
explosives.
trader, I will
Interesting.
wrest the relic from the heretic's clutches.
You've
Yeah.
seen it. The sacred warrant. Oh, if only I could lay my eyes on it, or even just one eye. But I doubt my Shireen, the rogue trader, offers regular tours to anyone who asks.
So I'm gonna guess this pathway takes me to the rebels. This pathway takes me to the Eldar. So we're gonna go to see the rebels first.
Pay attention.
Yeah, because these are human traps.
The Emperor favors me today. Nothing escapes my sight.
This could be an opportunity.
Duty prevails.
Or this is just a loot box.
I better
Um,
myself through my service.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
okay, let's go ahead and loot this.
My success is an irrefutable
What do we got?
certainty.
Increases the wearer's agility and athletics by 10. Well, that might not necessarily be a bad one.
Damage is
What?
negligible.
What? Ow.
I'm listening.
Heal yourself.
Initiating bioreformation
You didn't
protocol.
heal yourself, you healed the person.
I
Integrity
must
factor
thank
increased.
you.
Okay. Alright, so anyway, moving along. Information, please. So. Okay, so I guess then we're going to be heading to the Eldari. Oh, right, I was just looking at those boots. So ones that increase my movement speed versus one that increase my agility. I think the movement speed is more important.
Is there
If,
money
like,
to be
agility
made?
gave me more movement speed, that would be one thing. Wealth and the weather runes are completely illegible. Okay, we'll send... Oh, interesting. Heinrichs has a better
That was a
Xenos.
problem for you.
Okay, we'll just keep on kind of poking our way along. Oh, where does this lead us? Well, this definitely looks bad. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and save our game. And do some more
Just as
learning.
I planned.
Land is covered in pulsating purple spots. Young shoots are already covering in several marks. Touch of she who thirsts has disfigured the Lithuanian down to the smallest of her children. How does this corruption run? Okay, so yeah, it's definitely... Okay, so I guess it is Slanesh we're dealing with here. Let's also take a poke down here. In the back of the corpse's head, there is a strange narrow hole that does not look like it came from a conventional imperial weapon. A hole like that could have been made by a thin blade piercing the skull. Okay, well that's just... I mean, that's just pointing out what we already know, that, hey, there's Eldari here. Alright,
Well,
so...
what do we have here?
A regular trap, huh?
Never doubt me.
Okay. Any other little traps we need to be worried about? Alright, what do we got here? Data slate notes. Information, please. Kurt, I know it's been rough for you since the meeting by the ruins. First contact leaves an impression on everyone, but when I recommended you to the commander, I never thought you wouldn't have the stomach to process the truth. Think what you want, but I'm still your friend. I don't want anything to happen to you because of your own stupidity. I saw your bag with the packs of nutrient bars that our lads brought from the settlement, and if you thought no one would notice a couple of clips missing from Torben's backpack, you thought wrong. I want to give you a chance. Return the goods. You know every nutrient bar counts these days. The stuff that grows in the forest is no longer edible, and we're in need of weapons more than ever. I can guess who you need, why you need all this. You want to split, abandon our cause, go back home, pretend nothing happened. But I'm not writing this to appeal to your consciousness. I just want to say that you're a marked man now, Kurt. After meeting the higher ups, cutting and running is the worst thing you can do. You can try to do. They are watching those who've seen them. They won't let you leave. Let's talk. Just talk with me in private. Let me know when you're in camp. Okay, what do we got here? Autogun, that can go there. We'll keep the Eldari plasma grenades, crack grenades. That's all good stuff. Oh, that was the only piece of loot here.
The Emperor sets my path.
Let us not
To be honest,
dawdle.
I'm surprised the sister hasn't just gunned down the Eldari.
Easily done.
Oh, wait, was that? Oh, okay, so no, that was just a pathway back here, and we couldn't get back here without... Okay. Alright, so far so good, and yes, definitely some Sanachi corruption, huh? Let's see. Oh, hello.
For the Emperor.
These creatures were once so timid, so recent. Could the seeds of evil truly have been taken root in them all, as well? Well, they've got tentacles now. Alright, so, I've been ambushed, so we get to start off by doing Killing Zone here.
I understand your intent.
And then we will do back line here.
If I must.
And then we'll do
If it
this
serves
here.
your cause.
And then we're going to have you come back. And do Kill Zone
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
there. And then we're going to trigger
If it
this.
serves your cause.
Precise attack. Perfect spot while we're in cover.
This
Might as
tedium
well.
is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
Okay. Alright, then Pasquale, you're gonna move up to right here, because you should be able to, yep, hit both of them. This is gonna be a very short fight, I think. So we'll go ahead and hit you up with
Explorers
this,
know one route. Forward.
and then we will do this.
Significant
Very
value.
nice, excellent job. You can still move up again. No, you cannot. So we'll go ahead and do this.
Request approved.
Missed at point blank range, got it. Should have done this instead. Oh well, too late now. We're actually gonna move back here. That way, if it does decide to move towards us and fight us over here, it will get through a attack today, but nope, it just decided to hit him. Okay, and now you're gonna die.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
We're just gonna... Goodbye.
I always
Okay,
have a backup plan.
and then there's nothing to loot.
See? Right there.
Some booby traps again.
Pay attention.
Some more booby traps.
The Emperor favors me today.
And then it looks like we're gonna
Duty
engage in
prevails.
another fight over here, I'm gonna guess. Look at the Lord Xenos. Massive statue knocked over by unknown. How about the one who actually should know what this is? Okay, awareness.
My success was
Giant ravenous
inevitable.
creature whose hide is pierced with spikes and spines. Skin around the growths is inflamed as if the protuberances have appeared recently, causing the creature great pain. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so these... Okay, so we're at the
I
rebel camp
always
now.
keep my options open.
Oh, they've opened a webway portal. Are they trying to open a webway portal? Okay, I guess. Let's see. A tall being in fine long garment turns to you, their faces hidden behind the blank visor of their mask. When they begin to speak, even from distance, you feel the air around the figure. Okay, you should not be here. Moran, I was calling you. I am calling you to account. You said that the great danger threatening, both lurking in the hearts of the Monkai, is in their greed and ignorance. And all the while, another enemy was looming over this world, an enemy whose tracks you should have seen in things to come. Salary, She-Thirst is threatening this world and you hid it from us. Answer me. Did you or did you not behold our greatest foe in the Liliathan's future? Did you lie to me? After Yurli's words, the two tall Eldari behind start moving, one looking around at the leader while the other lets out a cry muffled under his visor. The rebels beside you cringe as though the Eldari's speech causes him pain. Strange to say something, but Miriam makes an imperious gesture, and the soldier meekly straightens up and salutes, staring at the Xenos with slavish devotion. Well, that doesn't sound good. Dearlet, the outcast, you left the path that was set out for you. You brought unknown Monkey to our refuge, and now you speak to me with unseemly anger. Your long wandering far from the crude arch has altered your mind and tainted your sight. For now, let's see how this plays out. My wanderings are the path I have chosen for myself, far from the walls of Crudarch. I have seen and come to know things that no other Aldari could hidden away in a craft world their entire life. Why do you deny my words about Celery Ravage? Is it because you were lying to me and the kin when you showed us the true path? This Halanch was the first person to discover the coming of Slash, one of those whom the monkey called Chaos Gods. Without her, I would still be deceived by your words about the destiny and true future. Monkey revealing path, it's ludicrous. Monkey bringing pain and strife in our time and for all time. How can you trust a monkey after what we taught you? After hearing the sorrowful song of the dying world, it was not the chance that brought Krudarsh down. Monkey destroyed our ancient homes, stripping us of our defenses, dooming us to wander amidst the cold stars. I'm sorry to hear that your home was destroyed, but I wasn't there and know nothing of this calamity. If those words come from an Eldari, I would have believed them, but you are merely a monkey, a plaything for your own passions. An emotion that takes hold of your soul can drive out all traces of reason and honor. You're playing with words and avoiding the question. The Liliathan is under threat from our eternal foe, and yet you're more concerned about the presence of the Elanch than the corruption that is flowing through the veins of this world. Did you ever consider that your war might simply hasten Sonar's triumph? Perhaps the ruler's servants, in their effort to protect her, will resort to more and more instruments of corruption. You left Kradaj in the darkest hours to gratify your ego. You came to us on the Lilith, and I accepted you as one of our own. I even gave you a real purpose, and you dared to insult me. A Farseer, it was a mistake to let you into our circle. You have turned your efforts to survive into dust with your own hands. I am a child of Azurian, run, not a plaything in the cold hands of fate, which you claim speaks through your mouth. My choice as a path is no worse than yours or any other Eldari, and my path calls me to fight our true enemies, not eradicate them on the sky. If it comes to it, I will stand with them, for this Elanch can see that what you were blind to, Farseer. My duty is to protect my world and my vassals. If Janus has been threatened by the archenemy, I will fight to the end. The words of a creature whose will is ruled by momentary winds. There is nothing you can do to make me believe in the strength of your convictions. If this world is in serious danger, there is no sense in fighting each other. That's the rebels. What have you done to these people? They believe you are their commanders. The monk, I believe they are serving fellow members of their tribe. They're wise and noble chiefs. My gift is potent enough to ensure that the monkey hiding in these forests see us as humans rather than the child of Erzurum, and see your primitive structures rather than the traces of our kind. I want to stop the violence on this planet once and for all. This will probably trigger him. If this world is in serious danger, there's no sense in fighting each other. Let us deal with our common enemy together. Perhaps the Monkai sense their impending inevitable end and are ready to surrender. Well, if so, the hour of retribution is closer than I cling to the weavings of fate. If this world is in serious danger, there's no sense in fighting each other. Let us deal with our common enemy together. Perhaps we can still come to an agreement, making mutual concessions. A deal with a Monkai is like a dying star. It will inevitably run out. Then again, there is no way to prove to me that you truly care about the well-being of your captured world. Eliminate the ruler of the Monkai sojourning on Lithland and relinquish governing of this world to me and my kin. Lilith and herself will stand as a surety for our agreement, as will your compatriots who live on it, and the profit that you will gain by tilling the maiden world. Our human helpers will replace the leaders of the Monkai. We will be the ones who govern the Lilith and from the shadows. And where's my guarantee that the planet and its heavens will be safe? You have the word of a child of Azurian, which is about as good as dust. Who venerates life far more than any of you. Yeah, right. Yeah. Who venerates Eldari life more than you. What is more, Monkai, I have not the slightest desire to inflict harm upon the land of the Eldari ancestors. Cannot convince your Kimin, but I know you are on my side. Will you help me save the Lilith from their true enemy? We shall do things another way. I shall grant my protection to this form of alliance between us and the representative. Together we shall destroy the Zentes and her associates, and then humans and Eldar will flourish on Janus under my patronage. That's actually not a terrible one. Ah, great joke, Fairy. Just fancy that in alliance of humans and Xenos. That's a joke, right? Statement predicted future success is fallacious. Security dogmas are based on extensive statistical data. When confrontation with Xena races, there is no zero case of success in coexistence. This is a gross violation of every sacred covenant. I do not know this dictates this willfulness, but I promise you, Janus will safeguard us. An alliance. That is how you interpret what I said. Then again, if you prefer the word, let us call it an alliance. We will protect the Lilith, but we will do so without violence. We will work on the interest of our race and our worlds for the trusting Monkai, which while we will remain in the shadows of the forest. This will be safer for everyone. If the Lilith then remains in our charge, I'm willing to come to an agreement. We will not lose another kinsman, and we will be able to tend to this world which has suffered so many years under humanity's yoke. As regards to the ruling Monkai, we will help you. That's good, that's good. Our commanders should stay in charge. They all know what to do. They'll know what pleases the God Emperor. Before you leave these forests forever, take me with you to the distant suns. The tales of the children of Suri and the Lilith is coming to an end, but there's something out there among the cold stars of the cosmos that your kind calls the expanse. There are others deprived of home, lost, and suffering. We can help one another, and you will be my wings, and I will your wounding spear, and your voice of reason should you encounter my kin. If that is still not enough, I promise you a wondrous reward, the treasures of my world hidden in the vastness of space in exchange for the rescue of my kin. If you remain true to your word and do not go back on our covenant. let's see. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. It is an honor to protect an Eldari wanderer from into our ranks. You do not lack for boldness, even though your request is worded not as a plea but a treaty. But I like it, so we have a deal. I am tired of titles and designations of my own and others. Since your path lies beyond the limits of the Liliathan, I will go with you to search for others of my kind, sacred and uncertain. Perhaps they will greet me more warmly than this brood. And remember your promise. When we leave the Liliathan, I will go to the distant stars. Murin saw them in his visions. They sang mournful songs about the fate of my people, and I will fight beside you until the song of the stars turns into a funeral lament. Okay, so we have made a deal with the Eldari on this planet. We are leveled up. And she also says that she'll take me to... Good lord. So let's go ahead and level up here. Why is intelligence part of my score? I've never seen a thing that gains benefits from intelligence. Weapon skill or strength? I'm at 45 strength, which means if I ever do find power armor, I can wear it. So that is a positive. Weapon skill, I think, is probably our best bet. And then we want to continue our lore warp. So on the next level is that, and then the level after that, I should look into power armor proficiency. Yeah, I should look into that. Or heavy armor. Both. Probably power armor. I would tend to think would be a higher, better than any heavy armor that we can find. All right. So athletic. No, we want to increase her demolitions. Always working on demolitions for her. And then yeah, ballistic score. And for you, we will be working on your agility, and we'll be working on your tech use or logic. Probably logic. This tech use is good for now. For you, coercion, carouse, athletics, lore imperium, lore Xenos actually might not be terrible for him. Actually, we'll go with carouse. Hey, Noxy boy. And then strength. Okay, and then you, persuasion, demolition, lore imperium. Probably lore imperium would not be terrible, but actually we'll go with the persuasion for now. And then she can't go any higher than that, so we'll go with fellowship or weapon. She doesn't have perception. Yeah, we'll go with fellowship. Okay, and then this one, perception. We can't go any higher than that apparently. So we'll go with ballistic skill. And then Lord Xenos for her would definitely be of benefit. All right. We're going to go ahead and save our game there for today. And, yeah, we're going to call it there for today. So I will be back tomorrow where we will be basically storming the castle of the Slaneshi one. Actually, let's double check and look around for any kind of loot. Is this an auto pistol? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, and then just kind of poke around.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, well, there's some goods right there, apparently. Okay, we got anything else around here? Nope, don't look it. Alright, so, yeah, good. Now we'll save our game. All right, so you all have a good day, good evening, good night, and I will see you all tomorrow, where we will pick up and storm the castle. You all have a good night, and thank you all for coming.